Hi, welcome to my life's journey. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Of course, happy International Women's Day to all the women out there. Thank you so much for everything that you do, just every value that you add, whether it's you're that woman who brings laughter to the table, whether you're that woman who adds understanding to the table, whatever it is you bring to the table. Happy International Women's Day. You deserve to be celebrated, of course. And of course, following the theme of this year, to stop the bias, I just wanted to come out and to talk about my own bias that I grew up, of course, from the trauma that I underwent. And of course, I know many people are afraid of talking about traumatic events that happened, especially in their childhood, because so many of us maybe think, I'm exposing my parents, I'm doing this and that, I am causing other people pain. That is not the intention of this YouTube channel. The reason why I'm sharing this is to raise awareness so that people understand how this thing happened. I've realized that so many people are doing they're causing their children trauma without even realizing, and I want to talk about the biases that I found myself with, having grown in that environment in the rural area of Kenya with my grandmother. Of course, there's a lot that was done that actually, made me feel some type of way, and one of the biases I just want to talk about is that women come last. I'd been taught, somehow I'd seen my grandmother, when we would come, when visitors would come, visitors would always come first. All the nice plates were for the visitors. All the nice things were for the visitors or people visiting. So even neighbors, and I just learned that we come first, we come last. And for a very long time, I really struggled to put myself first, Even in relationships, I would see myself come last, It was like everyone eats, food is not enough, everyone has to eat, I'll come last, I don't eat, it's okay, I don't even like that food, such kind of things. And the other one I would also notice is even in the boardroom, I would let everyone else speak and I would speak last. I just learned that I come last as a woman. So for a very long time, this is a bias that I had to work on, and the other bias that I had to work on as well is that I had to be liked by everyone. For a very long time, I tried to be liked by everyone, just always running around trying to meet this need, meet this other one, being a people pleaser, trying to fix this, doing this, and at the end of the day, I came to realize that it is impossible to be liked by everyone. It's impossible to make everyone happy. After all, I'm not ice cream. Even ice cream, the people who don't like ice cream anyway. So you understand my point. My point is that I tried to be liked for so long, for a very long time. I tried to be liked. I tried to, buy people's approval, give money here and there to just be liked. But it never, of course, happened. So I had to learn not to, it's okay not to be liked. You're not everyone's cup of coffee, and that's okay. Okay? The other bias that I had was that you have to stay in a toxic environment just to show that you're strong. I saw my grandmother staying with, just paying school fees for this person, taking care of this person despite the conditions not being the best, giving money to this person. She was old. She didn't even have money for herself. We would send her money and then that money she would send to other people, taking care of everyone, even the people who were not appreciative at all, and they were even younger than her, there are people who could literally, go out of their way to go and work for themselves, and she would feed them and take care of them, and even she would be hurt, of course, when they said bad things about her, but I would just see her still continuing. So I learned that for you to be strong, you have to stay even in the most toxic situations just to show that you're strong. And for a long time, there was, of course, last year was a year that I made big decisions. I walked out of things that were toxic, a number of things in my own life, and I just realized that you don't have to stay in a toxic situation to show that you're strong. And that was a game changer for me. So another bias as well that I had to deal with is the other, which is almost related to the other one, is that I also had to agree with everyone, so that I would find myself very disturbed when people would not, agree with me, or maybe I don't agree with them. I try to buy them, into my own story, buy them into the things that I wanted them to believe. But I came to realize it's impossible. People are entitled to their own opinions, and those opinions are actually shaped by their past. So all of us sometimes speak of these things that were shaped by obviously our past, obviously our childhood, obviously so many other things that shape our thoughts, our thought process, and everything else that goes into what we believe. So I came to realize that I can just be in my space and allow other people to be in their space, and that's okay. Then the other bias that I had is I had to prove my worth. So for a very long time, I stayed in toxic relationships where things were just not working out, but I couldn't walk away. I used to feel that I had to earn, my value, from different people, especially in romantic relationships where I had to earn. It was very clear that this person was clearly either not ready for a relationship, or this person was clearly in a very toxic space, but that strength to walk away was not there. So of course, until last year was one of my game-changing years where I had to walk away from even my own wedding, just to walk away and to say this is not what I want to do. And it was hard, but it was also worth it, because I struggled the first few months. One thing I've realized is that even when you're changing the story, when you're trying to deal with the biases, and this is to all women and even men alike, when you're trying to change your story and dealing with all the biases, you'd think it would be an easy journey because finally you've realized that everything will fall in place finally. No, it's not easy. You still have to deal with it. Remember, sometimes the toxic things are comfortable. They're comfortable because your brain tells you, at least I know how this ends. So our brains are not very open to new experiences, especially because it wants to protect you. Sometimes it even protects you from even the good things that are good for you. So it was really, really hard to do some of these things that I'm sharing here. And of course, I'm going to still share how trauma affected how I looked at a lot of things in my life. And hopefully there's someone out there who will learn something. And I hope that people will understand that it's not really an easy journey, of course. It's a journey that you have to conquer the beliefs that you've had about yourself, the beliefs that you've had about other people. But one thing I've realized is that it's a journey that is so fulfilling, especially to you, because you realize who you are, who you're not. You realize a lot of things that you picked along the way, maybe from your mother, from your father, they were just done and you never really thought about it. So you ended up doing things that you did not even think about. They just came naturally for you because that was the background you had. So thank you so much for being with me. Those were the biases I had. Of course, there's so many others that I'll keep on sharing in my videos. Hopefully someone will learn out there, someone will be changed forever, their life will be touched in a way that they've never thought about. So thank you so much. God bless you, and have a bias-free 2022. So may you conquer all your bias, okay? So have a fantastic time. Thank you.